move to Floyd and Shakur.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That nigga daddy won't. That nigga daddy said, "Son, we made it."
You ready?
Nigga said, "We go." Remember when I told you it was gonna be on HBO pay-per-view?
Hold on, bro. Welcome back inside the Chamber Truth with your co-host Leek and Josh. We got our special guest Kane with us today. Why we get weak? Tell him what you just said, Josh, about Floyd Schofield Sr. Because we get ready to talk about Floyd Schofield or Shakur Stevenson.
Look, first and foremost, I respect Floyd Schofield Sr., Floyd Schofield Jr., and all the work they put in. They've done a lot of work since Floyd Schofield Jr. was a child. And, you know, that's a lot of training. That's a lot of dedication. That takes a lot of work. You have to give it to them both. You know, they've really they're building an empire for themselves. You have to give them credit. But in my opinion, with Schofield facing Shakur, now let me say this. I can't knock Floyd Schofield Sr. because this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. Because back in the 80s, a 22-year-old getting 1 point something million as a challenger to take on a champion? Who wouldn't take that?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know your son is not ready for Shakur at all. He wasn't even ready for Rene Garon.
Yeah. He hit the canvas in that fight.
Respectfully. Now, he is the number 2 WBA challenger. So, you know, but at the same time, I just think this fight is just way too early for him, in my opinion. I still think he's 2 or 3 fights away.
His daddy want that check.
Shot. Now, what I said was his daddy want that $1.5 million. And to be honest with you, what human being wouldn't want $1.5 million? Him and his son made it. I can't. I mean, that's a hot ticket, man. That's a Willy Wonka golden ticket right there.
So looking at it from both sides, so there's pros and cons to this. You kind of laid out a couple of the cons as you don't think Floyd Schofield Jr., Kid Austin is ready yet. But when it comes to the positives in this, now obviously the payday, and then you get the look. You're fighting one of the top 2-3 names at the division right now.
Absolutely.
You're not expected to win.
Right.
As long as you come out and put on some type of show, at least compete, you have a chance to increase your stock. You have a chance to increase your stock.
He's in a win-win situation.
Exactly.
He's
exactly
in a
what
win-win
Kane
situation.
said.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Shout out to his pops. Floyd Schofield Sr. is he's a character, to say the least. I'll say that. But I mean, like you said, you know, the work they put in to get his son to this position, I don't think he's ready for this fight neither. But nonetheless, it's looked like it's here now. I'm not turning down 1.7 neither. So if I got to get in there and fight for that, I'm going to do that.
I agree with Ken. I've actually had a change of heart. I was going to say not to take this fight, but the spirit has touched me. 1.5 million. I've never. Let me just say this. This is a new day in boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I have never seen a challenger get $1.5 million.
At 22 years old?
22 years old?
Fuck the 22 years old. As a challenger? I didn't see. You know how many niggas have fought for 50 grand? For a world title? You know how many niggas HBO done paid 25 grand, 75 grand, 45 grand when the person used to be able to be reported by the Nevada State Athletic Commission? I see niggas fight $10,000 for a world title opportunity. This nigga is getting $1.5 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the pay. That's crazy. Nigga,
so with that being said, and he's getting 1.5 to fight somebody who's not known as a scary power puncher as well. So
it's a win-win situation.
All he has to do, he has the tools. Now let's be honest about who Floyd Schofield Jr. is.
Absolutely. He's definitely skillful.
He has tools.
Super
you know,
skillful.
he's a touted prospect for a reason.
Sure.
Now he doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have the defensive prowess, or at least hasn't shown it quite yet.
Right.
And the sweet science ability so far, he hasn't shown it yet of Shakur Stevenson, but he does have the athleticism and the tools. So he could if he steals a couple rounds, if he has a couple highlights,
Facts.
if he lands a couple solid shots, he's gonna do well for himself while getting that check.
Absolutely.
So he could be brightening his future with this opportunity.
Right.
I ain't mad at him for taking
Yeah,
it.
no, he's definitely in a win-win situation because he's not going. A lot of people probably not going to expect him to win at all. But like you said, if he goes there and just fights a good fight, puts on a show, shows how his skill set, what he can kind of dig into his toolbox and pull out in the fight against Shakur. He's in a bigger situation leaving the ring than he was when he walked to the ring.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. I mean, he just, like you said, he had some trouble with Garan. But
I will say this, man. When you get in a world title opportunity, I done seen fighters at records 28-15 look the best they ever been. Turning the fighters I ain't never seen before because they got a world title opportunity. You got to realize as a man to change your entire life.
Yeah.
Look at Abel Ramos and Mario Barrios. People were talking all kind of mess on Abel. I kept telling everybody leading up to the fight that knew about that fight that Abel Ramos had a great chance. He had fought all kind of high level competition, higher than Barrios. Come on now.
yeah, and we got to remember too, Shakur is coming off a hand injury. So
Yeah, he is.
we don't know what type of
Great point.
power he's going to be able to put on, and what type of volume.
He doesn't have a lot of power to begin with, so
Correct. We don't know what type of volume he's going to be able to hold up with in this fight. So
Right.
this may be the most vulnerable you get Shakur
True.
in the next few years. This may be the best opportunity to do it. So for Shakur, I think it's a cool little fight for him too, because now you don't jump in there with a Williams Zepeda who's going to throw over 100 punches around,
Facts.
and you don't know
Facts.
what your hands can even do to keep
a
him
fact.
off you.
That's a fact.
So
That is a fact.
as for Shakur, this kind of is a fight that is a bit of a gift to the casual fans out there that just see the talking back and forth on
Yep.
Twitter and we got a prospect, why don't you see him? It kind of scratches that itch for that fan base.
Yep.
The boxing purists may not love this fight because they know of the difference in experience and
Right.
accomplishments, but it'll scratch the itch for the casuals out there that's just interested in the talk. So it could be good for him.
On a turkey card too.
That's
That's
true.
a big production.
That is a big production.
That's a great.
We see he making movies now.
Saudi Arabia.
This card, this card is being projected to be one of the bigger cards ever. This is
Right.
this is the Dmitry Bivol and Beterbiev rematch
Yep.
card. Would have been Virgil and Boots, which ain't existing.
Right.
I think who's on there? There's a heavyweight bout that's supposed to be good on the card.
Hamza Shariz versus Carlos Adames for the WBC.
Carlos
160-pound
Adames,
title.
that one's
That's
on the
there.
card. It's gonna be a big card,
Yeah, it's gonna be a
regardless.
crazy
In Saudi
card.
Arabia in
It's going to
February.
be.
So
I may rock out there.
it's
to be
8
honest
weeks
with you,
away.
man.
It's 8 weeks away. So
Yeah.
well, I'm sure Schofield is starting camp pretty soon.
Yeah,
if not
right,
already in there.
right.
So I'm interested to see it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tune in for sure.
Hey, Floyd Schofield, Jr. and Senior. Even the Bible says, get your money, man. So I think that's the principle they about to follow. Anything else on this, Josh?
Hell
Okay.
no.
Nah, man, you said it all, man.
All right. Well, Eddie Hearn, you still got more work to do because this ain't the unification bout that you promised to Shakur Stevenson. So after this one, tap in with Turkey, get another turkey bag out there and get that unification. Get back with us on the next segment of Inside the Chamber of Truth.